This is the story of the life of a man who has impacted the entire economy and internet industry of China almost single-handedly. He is the founder of the e-commerce giant Alibaba and is a stakeholder at Alipay, its sister company, which is an e-payment portal. He is now officially the richest man in China with an estimated net worth of $25 billion. This is the story of Jack Ma. Jack Ma is an extremely lucky bloke who just became a billionaire in a snap. But it's safe to know that rejections are synonymous with Jack Ma. You wouldn't believe the number of times this man has been rejected and failed. The humble beginning. Ma Hyun, aka Jack Ma, is one of those self-made billionaires with humble beginnings. Jack Ma was born in Hangzhou, located in the southeastern part of China. He was born and raised along with an elder brother and a younger sister during the rise of communist China and its isolation from the Western regions. His parents were traditional musicians, storytellers, and they didn't make enough to even be considered as middle class during those days. Jack always wanted to learn English as a kid, and he spent his early mornings riding on his bike to a nearby park, giving English tours to foreigners for free. It was then that he met a foreign girl who gave him the nickname Jack, for his name was hard to spell for her. Jack, after graduating with a bachelor's degree in English, worked as an English teacher at Hangzhou Dianzi University with a pay of $12 a month. Failing school exams. In his early childhood, Jack Ma failed in his primary school examinations not once but twice. He failed thrice during his middle school exams. When applying to universities after his high school, Jack failed entrance exams thrice before finally joining Hangzhou Normal University. He even applied and wrote to Harvard University 10 times about being admitted and got rejected each time. This was only during his education. No jobs for Jack. During and after his bachelor's degree, Jack tried and failed to get a job at a multitude of places. After spending 3 years to get into a university, Jack failed to land a job after applying to them 30 times. He recollects in his interview, "When KFC came to China, 24 people went for the job. 23 people were accepted. I was the only guy who wasn't." He was also one of 5 applicants to a job on the police force and was the only one who got rejected after being told, "No, you're no good." Also on his entrepreneurial undertakings, Jack Ma went on to fail on 2 of his initial ventures. But that didn't stop him in any way of dreaming bigger. Down, but not out. After finally coming to terms with all of his rejections and failures, Jack Ma visited the US in 1995 for a government undertaking project related to the building of highways. It was then that Jack Ma was first introduced to the internet and computers. Computers were pretty rare in China then, given the high costs associated with them, and internet or emails were non-existent. The first word he searched for on the Mosaic browser was beer, and it popped out results from different countries, but there were no signs of China anywhere. He then searched China and not a single result popped out. He decided it was time for China and its people to get on the internet. Finally, after persuading 17 of his other friends to invest and join him in his new e-commerce startup, Alibaba, the company began from his apartment. Initially, Alibaba didn't have a single penny investment from outside investors, but they later raised $20 million from SoftBank and another $5 million from Goldman Sachs in 1999. Building trust among the people of China that an online system of payment and package transfers is safe was the biggest challenge Jack Ma and Alibaba faced, a challenge that Jack will cherish for his lifetime. Having started his first successful company at the age of 31, and even after never having written a single line of code or selling something to anyone, Jack Ma runs one of the biggest e-commerce networks in the world. The company went on to grow rapidly, expanding all across the world, quickly growing out of its China shell. Only second to Walmart now in terms of sales per year, Alibaba has become the e-commerce giant that Jack Ma has envisioned for it.